Hello, my name is Harriton Watko. We're back, and we're talking about ethics. What exactly is it? The study of man and its relationship with each other based on natural law. We have Father Jerry Manlangit, who is a bioethicist and who was a host right here in GNN on a show called Medical Dilemma. Father, let's tackle the other issue. I promise we will tackle the death penalty.
Right.
Ethics. Death penalty.
Death penalty. Again, we go back to a fundamental principle in ethics, the inviolability of human life. Okay. Well, first of all, death penalty is the final blow to anyone.
Yeah.
It does not give
termination
hope.
of life.
Yes. It is the final blow. But every human life has always something to hope for, no matter how bad that person is. That is as far as Christian ethics is concerned. And even if we talk about human ethics for that matter, every person, no matter how bad, can always change. Can always change. Otherwise, if people have not changed.
Forgiveness. Parang ganon. Basic law of God.
Basic law. If people don't change, why are we here in the society? We will be as barbarous as we can be, and we will not be able to respect others because we don't change anyway.
Anarchy.
What we want to do,
anarchy.
we do. Lawlessness, anarchy. On the streets, there will be a lot of chaos because there are no more rules.
So, the ethics on death penalty says it is wrong, it is incorrect, and there shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
Okay. The cause of death penalty, what causes death, is either the gun, the bullet,
Yeah.
the medicine that is inflicted, or death by hanging.
Oh, yes.
Okay. The instrument of choice, assuming it is the bullet, can we convict also the bullet makers, the arms makers, because these are instruments of death?
Well, maybe
Smith and Wesson, the guys who put it together.
So indirectly, but you know, when they manufacture those bullets and those guns,
to kill you, to maim, to kill.
To kill, to maim, but not directly to be used for such a thing. You know what? Now, in the States, the usual method is the use of poison.
Yes.
Okay? Now the manufacturers do not like anymore to manufacture that drug that can kill.
Kasi unethical.
This for them, no more. We don't like to be a participant here. They are not anymore going to manufacture. In fact, the last time that they did was April 30. No more.
Oh, I read that.
Okay.
Ayaw na nga.
Ayaw na nila. Because of the fact that they feel guilty of having manufactured the drug for what? To kill a human being. That they cannot accept.
So, the pharmaceutical is ethical.
Yes.
How about the gun manufacturer? Unethical? Because really, guns are created, manufactured to shoot.
It is a gray matter because whenever you manufacture guns, you manufacture them for something else, for defense, which is ethical.
So it is ethical to shoot someone raging coming at you kasi galit siya. He's Muslim, I'm Catholic. Sinusugod ako nito. I'm Fernando Po Jr. I take out my 45.
That is ethical.
Pag ethical yung babariling kita.
Principle of self-defense.
So
somebody is assaulting you. Somebody wants to maim you. Somebody wants to kill you. You have a right to defend yourself. Principle of self-defense, which is ethically sound.
Ethical yon.
Yes.
So let's not go there then. Let's stay with the concept with just the death penalty. It's no matter what, there is no right, nothing makes it right in any religion.
Nothing makes it right. Even if they say that it's deterrent to crime.
Even if wait, hang on, you lost me there. Deterrent to, but if this guy's gonna go shoot and kill other people, unahan na natin, baka maraming pampatayin to.
Depends on the situation, the engagement of people who have guns. And as a matter of fact, we have
No,
to be very
nahuli
careful.
na natin. This guy shot 25 people.
Okay.
Raped 25
Right,
people.
right.
Caused the death of another
Right.
25. So this guy is the cause of death of 75 people. Or better yet, his name's Kim Jong-un.
Okay.
And he's going to cause the death of 300,000-400,000 people, if not millions in South Korea, should he press that button.
Put them in a
So-
place where they can be harmless. And there are places where they can be harmless.
Sa dami niyang pera, makakalabas na naman yan because
So
inadequate
which
yung
means
systems.
that it is not death penalty, which is, or it is not,
So you're saying regardless, hindi pwedeng i-death penalty yan,
Yeah.
miski killer yan?
even if a person is too wicked, he does not lose his dignity. He does not lose his worth. He does not lose his value.
You mean Noynoy Aquino is going to stay out of jail? I don't understand this.
Oh, yes.
It is ethical to keep him around? Dapat yan si dalawa ni Butch sa preso na, di ba? Well, they got the lima, thank God. So it's -1.
right.
But there's 2 more that have to go in.
So which means that they can be as harmless as they are now, and because they are already there. But the fact is that when we kill somebody who has killed somebody, then we are not doing, we are differently. We are doing the same. I kill you. You want me to be killed?
So it doesn't stop.
Doesn't stop there. So the very thing that you hate is the very thing that you do.
Do you believe the President Duterte is a bad man because he promotes death penalty and because he seems to be in the center of EJK?
There is such thing as principle of cooperation or legitimate or illegitimate cooperation in ethics, which means that if you have been the person who is responsible for ordering people to do this and to do that, it is as if you are doing it yourself. Which
so
means
the
that
finger points backwards to you.
it goes back to you. Because otherwise, if you did not do it, then no other people would be following you. So in other words, you are the very cause of such crime.
You're the prime mover either way.
That's right.
So
You're right.
by
Absolutely.
association, siya tinatamaan kasi it's happening during his
That's
time.
right. That's right. Siya tinatamaan.
Ang gandang ginawa mo, you didn't say it all straight out, pero umikot ka. Okay, let's go to another topic. That's very clear where you stand. Gay marriage.
Okay.
Okay ba yan? Is that ethical? Is it unethical?
Okay. Let's go back to
Or just-
principles.
Okay,
Let's go back to principles. What is there in gay marriage?
the union of the same gender.
The same gender. What do they want to accomplish?
Well, they can't give birth, so it's
The
useless.
first is useless. It can
Yes.
give birth.
Useless.
Okay.
That's the only real under Catholic Church. I mean, that's
Okay.
the union is so
In
that
the mind
you
of
can
God-
procreate, di ba, to generate
Okay.
people.
In the mind of God, why do you think He created sexuality? For what?
You tell me, sir.
For childbearing. There's no other.
Procreation.
Procreation, childbearing.
So humans
Which
will
means
evolve.
that when God created male and female
May
with those
purpose.
sexual capacities, my purpose.
Like animals the same way.
The same thing. If God did not create sexuality, we would not have been here.
And there is no
Correct.
growth.
There is
Wala.
no growth. There is no population.
No population.
No nothing. That is why God is very, very specific when He gave us sexuality. He saw to it that there is man and woman. He did not create one specific male human being. It is against natural law to multiply by
Lalaki sa
yourself.
lalaki, babae
Lalaki.
sa babae.
Yeah,
Asexual,
yeah.
hindi
That's
naman
why
pwede.
it goes
Hindi
back.
pwede.
Hindi pwede.
Hindi,
It goes back to
physically-
natural law. Natural law says that for us to be able to multiply, we need male and female. That's natural law.
Sa Catholicism ba, bawal ba ang bakla? Bawal ba ang
No, we do
T-bird?
not. We do not condemn the bakla. We are not against the bakla.
Or the lesbian.
The
We are
lesbian.
against the union
The
as
union
a sacrament.
and the behavior that they do, as in the case of gay marriage, gay union, or any other activities in which, well, man has sex with man, woman has sex with woman, and we have to be we have to be very careful about this. If gay marriage would be allowed, I dread a day when humans will be marrying their dogs and cats.
Gee,
Oh,
I
yes.
told one of the cameramen the cow downstairs wasn't available.
Yeah.
But then again, he didn't believe me and took it away.
Right.
So, okay, we've got an issue.
I dread that day.
But you realize this is now confronting the church all
Yes.
around the world, especially in the Philippines.
Right.
Right now, it's in the forefront. They have talked about it, our congressmen and what. In fact, we have a changed sex representative who was a man who became a
Right.
woman, correct?
Right.
And he's now
Yeah.
walking, traipsing around like a woman. And on
Transgender.
TV, transgender. And on TV, we actually celebrate being gay and
Yeah.
cross-dressing.
LGBT
Well,
Day or something like that.
The major television networks promote it.
America, especially in, I think in Long Beach, they have always the annual parade of gays.
That's right.
And
So,
in Chicago also.
so that's wrong.
No, because, well, you know, look at this. 2 decades ago,
Okay.
homosexuality
Tago.
in medical books was considered a perversion
In medical books. Okay.
in medical books. Now,
It is a perversion, actually. Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
now you don't find it anymore.
Ba't kaya?
You know,
Kasi it's an accepted norm?
this is not really an accepted norm, but because these are the people who are the ones who are in the forefront of changing social norms, and the first institution that they go to is the Congress or the Senate. And they're moneyed people.
Yes.
They're moneyed.
Their determination seems to be showing ground. It's getting there.
It's there already.
It's there already
That's
in
right.
Congress.
It's there. It's now here in the Philippines.
So perversion over the years will become more accepted or based on perception, unacceptable, or it's going to be ethical, or it will never be ethical.
It will never be ethical, but for some, it will be ethical. As far as they are concerned, they are doing the right thing.
Yeah, but
But as far as norms are concerned, if we go back to natural law, it will always be unethical.
But what if a person, because there's that argument that people who are gay are born gay, not create or made gay through the years after
If they were
birth?
born gay, there should have been proof in
On the
genetics
sex.
that in fact they are gay or lesbian, but there are no researches that proves that in fact they have been born gay or they have been born lesbian.
So you
There is
believe-
no genetic basis.
So, no genetic basis. That means after birth, naging bakla lang mga yan because of the influences around them.
You're right. Absolutely right. Absolutely
So,
right.
it's unethical to be gay.
Well, you can say that, but however, you know, sometimes it's...
No, there's no right or wrong. There's only right, I mean, in that case. Since they're genetically man or woman and nothing in between,
Yes.
meaning it's only after birth that because of their surroundings and whatever over the years made them perverted and what we
Okay.
call gay. And since this is not physically possible, they cannot procreate. There is no real use for them in this world. So if you don't procreate, oh wait, hang on, I got a funny question. The practice of celibacy with the church
Right.
forces one not to be gay, or maybe it does, pero hindi pwede mag-procreate, di ba? Bawal, celibacy.
Celibacy is a discipline. It's a kind of discipline which is
It's
a
a
choice.
sacrifice.
It's a choice of those who enter into religious life. They want to give up or waive something like that, marriage, for a nobler and higher value.
My son was telling me last night, do you know why, sabi niya, Dad, why the church has, they practice celibacy? Because in the olden days, in the 10th century, 11th century, they realized that when the priests do get married, family gets involved, they keep more money. So if the church, to generate more income, they introduce celibacy.
Actually, in history, there was
That's
no...
incorrect.
Almost.
Okay.
There is some truth, but
There's
it's
some
not
truth.
really true. But you know, celibacy in the church was not, a norm up to the 4th century.
4th century.
After 4th century,
That's when it became a discipline, a
no.
practice.
up to 11th century, it was discouraged
Okay, by the church.
by the church. In the 11th century,
Discouraged only, not necessarily absolute.
yes,
Okay.
discouraged only.
Okay.
But it was only in the 11th century that it was made as an obligation,
Requirement.
requirement. So it is a kind of discipline. For those of you who would like to be focused on the ministry of Christ,
You go 100% and nothing at
go
all.
100%. That's right.
Nothing at all.
Focus, serving.
So going back to the gay.
Okay.
It is unethical. I mean, I don't know how else to put it because the arguments of genetics, birth, getting there. I mean, I want to say that loud and clear. It is unethical to be gay.
May I just try to explain and try to clarify? It is unethical to do homosexual acts.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
But-
It's the physical
Okay.
relationship, but it's still
If you
unethical to be
think,
gay.
but if a person has become homosexual, that his desires are for the same sex.
Yeah,
no?
same gender.
Same gender, same sex.
Ah.
No? It is not in itself unethical. To be gay is not in itself unethical. To do sexual acts, which are homosexual acts, that's the unethical. So the
Ganun
person,
na ninyo, bawal maging bakla, unethical yan.
because it may well be that the person may just be effeminate. A
There's
person
nothing
may
wrong. Well,
just-
the
there's
English
nothing
are
wrong.
always known to be almost effeminate.
Right.
Because they're so
The
gentlemanly.
yeah, that's
Pero
right.
hindi naman bakla.
Hindi naman.
But very gentlemanly
Very
and very
gentleman.
civil. Very learned, kuno, di ba?
Elegant sometimes.
Elegant, yes. There's nothing wrong with
There's
that.
nothing wrong with that.
Actually, it's discipline. It's
Yeah.
understanding. It's being learned, di ba?
It's
Pero will not engage in homosexuality.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Father, alam mo, you're such an interesting man. I'd like to invite you to come and be on this show on many other issues regarding politics.
Sure.
When you're free, since
Sure.
at least your load now is a little lighter and
Yeah.
you're in Manila.
Right.
We have to end the show, and 1 hour with you is tayong dalawa lang yan. Pinag-uusapan lang natin yung mga
Still a lot of
front
things.
items. Oh, ang
There are a
dami
lot
pa.
of ramifications.
Ang
That's
dami
right.
pa.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Father, your message based on the topics that we discussed, the 2-3 main topics, before we end the show. Your message to the viewers.
Well, one of the greatest things that a person can do is to be able to tread upon a path that leads to the nobility of things. And the only way by which one can do it is the path that has a sense of right and wrong. If we are unable to do that and tread upon that path, then we are detoured. And we do not know where we are going. That is why the only way by which we can accomplish or reach that noble things in life is the straight and narrow way, which is our sense of right and wrong in the way we behave, we speak, and do things, and when in the way we engage with people.
Thank you very much, Father. Alam niyo po, ako, diretso ako Catholic, hindi ako born again, hindi ako Protestant. Roman Catholic, I grew up with it in the proper schools. So I agree. I may disagree on other points of views, but I will never disagree and be disobedient to the church. Ako, pag sinabi na Santo Papa, ganun nga ang sinabi. Alam mo, simple lang yun eh. I kept saying that when it was very current and very relevant at the time. Pag sinabi ni Santo Papa at sinabi ng simbahang Katoliko, bawal yan at hindi dapat. Simple lang yun eh. Kung ikaw kongresista or ikaw rallyista and you disagree, the first thing you do is leave your church. Hindi yung pagdating ng linggo, andudun ka na naman. Ang daming ganyan eh. Ang tawag dyan, fake. Like the news, fake. Diba?
Fake news.
Fake people. So simple lang yan sa mga kongresista that believe because the politics of today is seemingly going in that direction. Simple lang yun. Don't pretend to be a devout Catholic, especially to your constituents, and then turn around and say, no, I believe in death, I believe in gay marriage, and I believe in killing people. Now stand up to what you really believe in. But then again, if your belief is money, you should likewise stop running for government positions. Now, the sad part is we have 300 or so congressmen and you have senators, and they're all practicing girlfriends, boyfriends, kabaklaan, corruption. I mean, I'm not saying something new. Everybody here knows this. But you see, it's up to the people to allow or disallow them. It's the power of your vote. And just, you have to be active, not reactive. So it's up to you, you gauge. Ako, I believe in the president. Father Manlangit Father Jerry has identified there are many nuances, whether he believes or disbelieves. It's different concept, different story, which we'll tackle another time. It's called the politics of things today. So we also have the internet, which is called ethical, unethical. It's also called news, fake news, ethical, unethical. It's called Noynoy Aquino, unethical. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to close the show, and I hope you've enjoyed this program. We'll be seeing you next week, and we'll tackle other issues, hopefully not North Korea, and hopefully not about death. Maraming salamat po. Father?
Thank you.